Lawmakers are back in Capitol Hill this week. The House of Representatives is back in session today after being on recess last week. And senators will make their return to the Hill tomorrow. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion is there on the Hill. Nikole, good to see you. So what is at the top of the priority list for Congress as they come back into session?
Well, a couple of different things. For instance, in the Senate, we know they will likely take a vote within the next week or two on a bill to reauthorize the FAA. This has been a bill that has been outstanding and obviously impacts those of us who travel by air. So this is something that has been in the works for some time now. And just over the weekend, we saw both the transportation committees in the Senate and House release this reauthorization bill. So that is one item on the agenda. And then, of course, over in the House, another big issue is what we have been seeing on our screens over the better part of 2 weeks now, this unrest on college campuses. We expect the House to take up at least one piece of legislation dealing with efforts to try to combat anti-Semitism on college campuses. This is the Antisemitism Awareness Act, which basically would require the Department of Education to alter its working definition of anti-Semitism in a more strict way when it comes to enforcing federal anti-discrimination laws. So those are just a couple of the agenda items on the to-do list when both the House and Senate return.
So beyond altering the definition of anti-Semitism, I mean, are there any further steps that Congress has been discussing? We know that congressional Republicans have been really taking aim at these university presidents. So are you hearing anything else about how they may be addressing what's happening on college campuses?
Well, I think it remains to be seen. Obviously, the House Education and Workforce Committee continues to investigate various campuses. Obviously, some of the unrest we saw most recently at Columbia was prompted in part by its president coming before that panel. So that investigation into how various universities handle anti-Semitism on their campuses is still under investigation by this panel. They have yet to say if they plan to call additional college leaders to testify or to outline a timetable for the completion of their investigation, but it's certainly likely that they could potentially try to request additional documentation, for instance, from Columbia and some of the other universities that have been under investigation. But that being said, I think, many lawmakers are still kind of taking a wait and see approach. I mean, this is a very difficult issue, one with passions on both sides, so it has to be handled with the utmost delicacy, right? But we have seen, for instance, some congressional Republicans call, for instance, for revoking federal funding potentially from universities, which would be a significant step. So whether or not they want to go that far, I think remains to be seen. Again, it's more kind of a wait and see approach to see how these various universities continue to handle these dynamics on campus.
Let's talk about Speaker Johnson. Nikole, how secure is his job?
Well, I think he feels it's relatively secure. He continues to bat down these potential threats to his speakership. Obviously, the biggest one coming from Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who just over a month ago filed that motion to vacate. Now, in order to advance it, it has to be a privilege motion, and so she hasn't pulled that trigger just yet. So far, we've only seen 2 other Republicans join forces with her on this, but by and large, the general attitude and appetite for another speakership race is about here. So I don't know that this particular motion has the support that Congresswoman Greene would like her to. Many Republicans have told us as well they're concerned about the political ramifications of trying to elect another speaker and throw one out in the midst of a really highly contentious election year. So I think that remains under debate in the Republican conference, and so we will kind of have to see how these dynamics play out when lawmakers return.
All right, Nikole, thank you.
You bet.